Now, I wouldn't normally do this to you, but it is particularly relevant based on what's happened over the last week and the shootings. The day after speaking at the NRA in Houston, Texas, and dancing on stage at the end of his speech, Donald Trump flew to Wyoming and gave a campaign speech in Wyoming for the Republican challenger to Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney now for the MAGA cult is an enemy because she acknowledges that Donald Trump really lost the election. They want to remove her. They're primarying her. She's doing very well in the polls. She'll probably win. But Trump flying up there to campaign for, it's funny. When Trump campaigns for someone, that person is almost completely irrelevant. I don't even remember the woman's name. I think it's Hageman or something like that. And this Trump's brain appeared to just break. His brain is broken. It's not functioning. In this clip, Trump explains how his COVFEFE tweet, I call it COVFEFE, was so big. He's like bragging about the fact that a tweet that was literal nonsense and unintelligible by a president, which has never been explained. He's bragging how it was his most popular tweet ever. The guy's brain is not functioning.
I put out like this tweet, I think it was like on a Saturday morning, and I saw something on television, and I said, I believe Obama spied on my campaign. Okay. Now, I didn't think it was that big a deal. You know, you put it out, hey, Obama. 3 minutes later, I get a call, like my phone goes crazy. Sir, did you just say that President Obama spied in your campaign? Yeah, what's the big deal? Sir, the wires are burning up. I said, really? After COVFEFE, it was the single biggest tweet I ever did. COVFEFE was bigger. But
he's ignoring the fact that the reason it was big is because it was a red flag globally that the president has lost his marbles and his brain is broken.
After COVFEFE, which was world's #1, it was the biggest tweet I ever did. And I thought it was just going to be like routine. You know, I'm throwing it out, but that's what I thought. That's what I heard. And you know why it was such a big deal? Because we caught them and they realized that we caught them. And it became a monster.
Now, understand that Obama was not caught spying on Trump's campaign. None of this makes any sense. But Trump is now bragging about COVFEFE. This is not a functioning brain. It's not a functioning brain. Trump then says that the way to stop the war in Ukraine is to take out the windmills. Now, he means wind farms. He uses the term windmills. He also wrongly claims the Russian ruble is now at an all-time high.
Bad as they're doing and as much as they're spending, the ruble is at an all-time high because they're taking in so much money.
What?
You want to stop the war? Drive down the price of oil. Drive down the price of energy. You want to stop it? Stop with the windmills that kill all your birds and destroy your environment.
Yeah, they're called wind farms and they don't destroy the environment and they kill fewer birds than the oil and gas industry. But more importantly, Trump says the ruble is at an all-time high. The ruble is actually close to an all-time low. We're putting the price chart up on the screen. And as you can see, the ruble is actually very low. Now, revisionist history. Donald Trump is now calling it a so-called insurrection. And he is saying the idea that it was an insurrection on January 6th is as fake as the Russia probe, which, by the way, was very, very real. Revisionist history, and the crowd accepts it.
Now you look at the so-called word insurrection, January 6th. What a lot of crap. What a lot of crap. And most of this country knows it. And you know who else knows it? The Democrats. It's another con job, just like Russia, Russia, Russia. This was made up by Hillary Clinton and the Democrats. A total fake story.
Now, I don't know if he's saying there that the Russia story was fake or that the insurrection story is fake and made up by Hillary Clinton. He thinks both are fake for sure. And then bringing out all of the greatest hits, Trump also lying about the price of gas.
87-cent per gallon gasoline. Think of that. Now it's going to close to $9 today. That's 87.
$9. And of course, all you have to do is look at the official gas prices. And you see that when Trump left office, it wasn't $1.87. It was $2.42. And now it's $4.21. It's much higher. No doubt. Nobody denies that. It is not $9. So another absolutely despicable event. Just a little bonus clip here. Trump struggling to pronounce the word conservative.
We're going to vote out this atrocious rhino, and we're going to replace her with a conservative warrior from a place called Wyoming.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as though that's going to happen. Liz Cheney is doing quite well. I'm not a fan of Liz Cheney's. I'm just telling you what it looks like. It looks like this will almost certainly be another loss in Donald Trump's endorsement record. The man's brain is broken, my friends, and we'll have these clips on our Instagram at David Pakman Show. One of our sponsors is Little Spoon, your one-stop shop for easy, healthy meals and snacks for your baby, toddler, or big kid. If you're a parent of any age child, Little Spoon makes healthy meal times simpler, and it saves you hours at a very reasonable price. Little Spoon makes everything fresh, just like homemade, but it's delivered to your door and ready in seconds. Pop it in the fridge or freezer, and it is ready when you are. They have 100% organic, cold-pressed baby food for every eating stage. Awesome food for toddlers and for kids. They even just launched a new line of on-the-go smoothies that kids love. Everything is nutritionally balanced, no junk food, but it is kid-approved. It's food that they'll actually eat and enjoy. And you can't beat the prices with kids' meals under $5, baby food and smoothie snacks under $3. Little Spoon is giving my audience 50% off your first order. Go to littlespoon.com and use the code PAKMAN. The link is down below.